A warm greeting to all. Today in this video lecture we are going to discuss about the operation on signals. Before getting into the topic in detail, we are going to have some recollection on the signals, and we can define signal as a variable that carries some information, and that description of that signal is a function. We can say that function as a dependent variable, and it is going to have a dependency on some independent variables. Rarely it may have some dependency on dependent variables too. So basically we can say all the signals as a physical quantity. It is going to have a dependency on some independent or some dependent variables. So based on the dependency of the variables, we can classify signal into two major classification. One is one-dimensional or multi-dimensional. Here I have listed out some known examples for signal. We all know that all the parameters what we are seeing in our electrical network, we can say as signals. Example for signal. Apart from electrical domain, we can say that heart beat, blood pressure, even vibration, temperature, even voice signal, everything we can say as a signal. And for the best example would be for one-dimensional signal is a speech signal, and for multi-dimensional we can say the image, that what the picture what we are capturing by using smartphones nowadays. Because for getting a better quality of a picture what we are expecting, we are using so many tools that say for example we used to adjust brightness. That is one variable. Second variable may be contrast. Third one might be some sharpen, and fourth thing will be some crop thing or some resize or some other filters, right? So it is going more than three variables. So we can't say the picture what we are capturing by using smartphone nowadays is as an example for three-dimensional pictures, because it is going to have the picture is going to depend on more than three variables, so that we can say that picture as an example for multi-dimensional signals. So with that introduction, we will move on to the topic, that is operation on signals. And now we are going to discuss only three operations. So first one is time shifting, second time scaling, and third one is time inversion or time folding. So we'll start with time shifting. We will be having a signal, that is continuous time signal or analog signal, as x of t. Suppose if you are going to represent that x of t as x of t plus or minus t naught, then this description is meant for time shifted version of the signal x of t. Here we are having plus as well as minus. So we will be having two different representation for time shifted version of the signal x of t. Suppose if you are having x of t plus t naught, here we are having plus, but the name given to that type of shift is negative shift. It means we are delaying the signal. Delay in the sense we are going to move the signal x of t in the negative axis of the x-axis. And second one is x of t minus t naught. Here we are having minus, but the representation for that meaning what we are going to infer from that minus is positive shift. It means we are going to advance the signal x of t. It means we are going to move the signal in the positive x-axis. And here in this picture we are having x of t. Suppose if you are having the representation of signal as a time shifted version of x of t minus t naught. Here we are having minus, but the shift is positive shift. It means we are going to move the x of t in the positive x-axis. It means we are advancing x of t. Here we have moved this signal in the positive direction. It means we are moving that signal in the right-handed direction. And second one is x of t plus t naught. Here we are having plus, but the name for that shift is negative shift. It means we are going to move the direction of that movement will be in the left side. It means we are going to have a movement of x of t in the negative side of x-axis. And now we'll see the example for this time shifting. Here the given data, that is x of t, is the magnitude, it is having 1. The time range it covers from -1/2 till 1/2. and we have to find the value of y of t, and the y of t is x of t minus 2. From the question itself we can say that this question will be having either positive or negative shift, but here we are having minus. But if there is any minus in next to t, we can say that type of shift as a positive shift. It means we are going to advance the signal in the positive side of x-axis. It means we are going to move the signal in the right hand side. So this is what the inference we can get from the question itself. But the thing that we are going to have a numerical calculation for finding the exact value of t. Here we are having y of t, so we have to find the value of this t. We are having a y with the dependency on time, so that time value we have to find. With the help of x of t, x is having some t value. With the help of this t value, we are going to get the time value for that variable y, the function y. So for that, what we are going to do is we are going to equate this t minus 2 to 0. So if you are going to equate to 0, we can get the value of t as 2. We are getting as plus 2. So now we are having 3 time variables here for x of t: minus 1 by 2, 0 and plus 1 by 2. And with that we are going to have this addition, inclusion of this t value. Suppose if you are going to have the value of x as t plus 4, the value of t will be of plus, it will be of minus 4, right? So at that time we have to subtract minus 4 with this time axis. It means just we have to add this what we are getting from this equation. We are going to get add with this time axis. Okay, so now we are having 3 values for x: minus 1 by 2, 0 and plus 1 by 2. So with that we are going to just add this value. Here we are having plus 2, so that we are adding this plus 2. Suppose if you are going to have a minus 2, we have to put the value as minus 2 over here. Okay, so at last after addition we will be having 3 by 2, 2 and 5 by 2. So now we have found the equivalent time axis for y of t from x of t. So now we are going to shift this signal by changing the value of t for y, right? And here for x of t, the time axis is minus 1 by 2. So we can see the magnitude of 1 at this location, minus 1 by 2. So now we are going to shift this magnitude 1 with the new time axis. For the corresponding time axis is minus 1 by 2 is 3 by 2. So the magnitude 1 at minus 1 by 2 will be shifted to new location called 3 by 2 on x-axis. So here in 3 by 2 we will be having a magnitude of 1, and again the value at 0 is 1 here. So the value of 1 at location 0 will be moving on to the new location, that is 2. Here at 2 we are having 1, and the last one for 1 by 2, the new location will be plus 5 by 2, and here at 1 by 2 the magnitude is 1. So here at 5 by 2 the magnitude will be 1. So likewise we are going to have a shift. The next one is time scaling, and again if you are going to represent x of t as x of capital A into t. Remember, here the capital A is only meant for time scale version, and we should not represent the time scaling as x of small a into t. Small a is different. In future we are going to have that representation also in this paper, and so we should not confuse with this representation. Here for time scaling the representation is capital A, not small a. Okay, and this a is always positive. And now we have to take the modulus value of that a. If that modulus value is greater than 1, we are going to have a compression of that signal. Or if the modulus of a is less than 1, means we are going to have expansion of that signal. So this concept we can observe in compact disc, that is CD. In CD we are using this one, and even in pen drive also we are using this concept. And now we'll see the example for this one. Here we are having x of t with some magnitude, we can take it as 1, and the time range is -2 to +2, and the very first example is x of 2t. So the value of capital A is 2 here, and the modulus of 2 is 2, and it is greater than 1. So it means we are going to compress this x of t. And for compression, it means that we are going to reduce the size, that is coverage, that is reduce the area of the original signal. Okay, and this is what we are saying now as a zip folder, or like that, right? That zip formation is nothing but a compression, and what we are going to extract from zip is nothing but expansion. So this is what we are using nowadays, right? Okay, now the second example is x of t by 2. Here the value of a is 1 by 2. It means if the value is a is less than 1, so obviously it is an expansion of the signal. So here we are having the expansion. The time range is -2 to 2. For expansion we are having more than this value, and for compression, for reduction, we are having less than this value. Now we'll see the how we can say that value in detail. And here we can see one example that we are having x of t, and we have to find y of t, and we are having relation between y of t and x of t. We can say y of t as x of 2t. This is a problem, and now we have to find y of t. The given is x of t. And we all know that the value magnitude is keep on varying, either from 0, 1, again it coming to 0, and the only two values it is having, that is either 1 or 0. Okay, and we have to see the time range of given data, that is x of t is the given data, and it is having a time range between -3 to +3. Okay, in order to find the time for y of t, we have to make use of this time range. Okay, now we'll start with y of -3, because we are starting from -3 till 3 we have to find. Okay, so y of -3 will be equal to x of 2 into -3, it gives -6, so x of 6. So y at the time -3 will be equal to the value at x at -6. Here we are not having x value at the location -6, so it is not given. So if the value is not given, we can consider as 0 value. And for next is -2 position, so y of -2 will be equal to x of -4, because 2 into -2 gives -4. So the value at y of -2 will be equal to x of -4. Here it is not given, so we can take that as 0. Third one is y of -1 will be equal to x of -2. So here then x of -2 we are having the magnitude as 1. So y of -1 will be equal to 1. And likewise we have to find till y of 3. And here we can see another example, that is we are having x of t, and we can see a solution for y of t. We are having two solutions. We are having two different equations. That's y of t equal to x of 2t, and the second one is x of t by 2. Now we'll solve these equations. We'll get the numerical relation for this first problem. And the first question is y of t equal to x of 2t. Now we'll find the relation between the time range in x signal with the time range in y signal. Okay, but whereas in question we are having y of t equal to x of 2t. So the time for y signal is equal to twice the time of x signal. We can say this equation as the time required for y axis, y signal, is equal to twice the time required for x signal. So now the given data is x. Okay, so now we can say that time in x-axis will be half of the time in y-axis. So in order to, so now we'll write the entire time equations in for x of t. We are having 3 time range starting from -1 to 1. So we are having 3 times, and we have found the relation between x and y. Here we are having x of 2t. So in order to have a y of t, what we have to do is we have to reduce the time requirement by 2. So the time on for y signal will be of, we have to divide the entire time axis by 2. This is what the relation we got so far. So 1 minus 1 divided by 2 will give minus 0.5 and 0 and 0.5. And here we are having the value modulus of a is greater than 1. So we will be having a compression of x of t. So we are having a time range from -1 to +1. But here we have reduced the size. It means instead of 1 to 1, we are having the time range from -0.5 to +0.5. Likewise, we can find the value of time for y of t by using this kind of relationship. And here we are having modulus of a as 0.5. It is less than 1, so obviously it will be of expanded type of signal. So from 0 to 3. And we have to find w of t and also v of t. Likewise, like the previous problem, here also we are having one equation for expansion and one for compression. So this is also a homework. You have to submit this solution on WhatsApp group. And this is also a homework, and you have to you can take this diagram for this question, and the second data is for the second 2 questions. Okay. And last operation on signal is time reversal or time folding. And the expression is, say for example, if you are having the signal representation as x of t, if you are going to have a reversal, then it means that already we are having x of t. It means the t is in positive axis. Now, as per the concept that is time reversal, what we are going to do is we are going to shift the axis. It means already it is in positive x-axis. Now we are going to shift the entire signal to a negative x-axis. So we can express that the output equation, that is y of t, as x of minus t. This is nothing but the time reversal, or we can say as time folding. Time folding in the sense, with respect to origin, we are going to shift the axis. It means we are not going to disturb the signal, that is value what we are having on that origin, that is on 0. It will be same for even after time reversal. Only the rest of the values, that is from 1 to infinity or from -1 to -infinity, only those values will get reversed. We should not disturb the value on the origin, that is on 0. And here we are having the time limit is from t1 and to t2. Now what we are going to do is we are going to reverse the time axis. So it means here we are having t2, and now it is going to come into this side, this minus t2, and here we are having t1. Now it is going to come as minus t1. It's entirely we are folding, that is we are reversing the value. That is called time reversal. So far we have seen what is meant by signal again, and the dimensions what we are seeing signal, and the operations what we are going to do on these signals. So we are having so many operations, but the major and the new different operations on signal is time scaling, time shifting, and time folding. And these 3 are very, very important on exam point of view. And in next video lecture, we are going to discuss about the classification of signals. Okay, thank you.